Fall in love with boredom. Success is not always filled with thrills, applause, or dramatic breakthroughs. More often than we realize, it unfolds in silence. It feels quiet, repetitive, and at times painfully boring. And yet, that is where greatness is quietly forged. Think of the violinist who spends thousands of hours practicing the same scales until every note becomes second nature, or the Olympic athlete who runs drills so many times that their body begins to move on instinct alone. Consider the surgeon who performs their thousandth angioplasty with the same focus as the very first, or the gynecologist who delivers her thousandth baby with practiced steadiness. The postman who walks the same route year after year is practicing a rhythm of consistency that few ever notice. All of them show that success lives in repetition. Even Marie Curie, one of the greatest scientific minds of all time and the only person to win Nobel Prizes in two different sciences, crystallized her breakthroughs not in moments of sudden inspiration, but in years of silent, focused, often monotonous research. There was no applause echoing through the lab, no spotlight shining on her as she worked, only persistent discipline, repeated daily, that eventually changed the world. We live in a culture that constantly chases excitement, but it is actually consistency that compounds into results. It is discipline that slowly deepens your craft, and focus that quietly endures when everything else fades. Boredom, which so many of us try to avoid, is not the enemy at all. It is the hidden gateway, the doorway to mastery, to resilience, and to results that truly last a lifetime. So if your daily routine feels dull, repetitive, or uninspiring, don't run away from it and don't despise it. Instead, lean into it, because inside that repetition lies the sharpening of your edge. The people who rise above the rest are not the ones who avoided boredom, but the ones who embraced it and fell in love with it. They understood that boredom is not a wall, it is the training ground for excellence. Mastery doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It grows quietly in the ordinary. Excellence hides in the repetition that no one else notices. And true greatness, it is built long before the spotlight ever arrives. In the hours that feel uneventful, in the routines that feel dull, and in the habits that seem too simple to matter. So the real question is this: what is the one so-called boring habit that is quietly shaping your future, preparing you for the day when the spotlight finally does arrive?